Nepal is grappling with extensive damage after torrential rains swept across the country, causing widespread flooding and landslides. Our recovery efforts are underway as the death toll hits 200, with almost 30 people still missing.
The search and rescue effort is tireless following 3 days of relentless rainfall that lashed the Himalayan nation, triggering widespread flooding and infrastructure damage. Many of the deaths occurred in the capital of Kathmandu, where authorities suspect at least 4 buses have been buried by a landslide in one of the key highways, temporarily isolating the city from the rest of the country. Dozens of onlookers and family members of victims watched anxiously as rescuers sieved through the mud in search of survivors. Nepal's government mobilizing all security agencies. Some 20,000 personnel are on the ground. The army and the police have jointly rescued nearly 4,000 people from the disaster zone. Nearly all rivers in the capital breached their banks on Saturday, swallowing almost everything in their path. Reports say this is one of the worst flooding disasters Kathmandu has experienced in more than 2 decades.
This disaster was very unique in the sense that it came so fast because of the rains. And normally in a flood disaster, you would not have about 200 people dead and 32 still missing. So this is a very unusual. Normally floods are a little bit slower onset, but this one was very, very powerful.
While rains have subsided, residents now face the daunting task of cleaning up the trail of destruction.
Minimum 400 पसलको अब तपाईको मिनिमम भयो होला तपाईको करोडौं माथि गएको छ.
Meanwhile, the government is assessing the extent of the damage and the costs of rebuilding. But even as authorities and humanitarian organizations work to clear up the damage, experts caution the deluge could give rise to another pressing issue.
There's still a lot of waterlogging, cut-off villages. Clean water will be one of the most pressing needs. And even in a month to come or a few weeks to come, as it dries up, dengue will be another major, could be another major dengue outbreak.
Neighboring India also affected by intense rainfall. Residents in the eastern Bihar state were forced to wade through waist-high waters that submerged vehicles and roads. Heavy thunderstorms are forecast for the next few days. While South Asia frequently faces devastating floods and landslides during the monsoon season, which spans from June to September, experts say climate change has worsened their frequency and intensity.